Cheers.
The past does not exist, nor does the future. Only right here and right now exists the present moment.
If you're new here, my name is Bee.
And I'm Jessy.
And we help women heal themselves from the inside out. We use things like breath work, energy work, and conscious coaching. So if that sounds like your vibe, you're our vibe, hit that subscribe button and stick around for more.
No, the first time that I heard this, it truly blew my mind. And I was like, what? It made sense, but it didn't make sense, but it made sense, right? And somebody was saying to me, yeah, the past only exists because of your memory. And a lot of the times the past isn't exactly the way that you remember it. And because our experiences are shaped by past stories, things that we've been through, things that have molded and shaped us. And we don't see things as they actually are. We see things as we are. Mm-hmm. And that totally blew my mind. And then they went on to say how the future doesn't really exist. It's all of these timelines are happening at the exact same time.
So it's kind of a paradox with a lot of things in life, because it's it doesn't exist, but it's all happening right now.
Right. And that's where I was like, okay, I get it, but I don't get it, but I get it.
Yeah.
Right?
Who gets it?
Do you get it?
Yeah, and we were talking about this too. The past exists as it does in our mind, our perception, right? And the meaning that we give it. So for example, we're about to just take a little turn down memory lane. I'm thinking about my childhood, and my dad actually wasn't in my childhood a lot, very in and out. And that so many people have experienced something like that, and I'm sure a lot of people took away the same meaning that I did, but not all. So the meaning that I took from that was oh, I'm not enough for this person to stick around. There's something wrong with me. But now as an adult, I'm learning to rewrite that story, give it a different meaning. The same thing happened, I just sort of shift the meaning of it, and it's oh no, this happened so that I could find my true self-love, my self-worth. I'm so grateful. I'm becoming grateful for my dad for doing that so that I could really come back home to myself. Because to be honest, I think about this. If he was in my life, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have gone through all of the crap that I went through. And ultimately now I'm super thankful for it, because it molded me and it made me stronger. I know that sounds super cheesy, but it's true.
Sometimes the truth is a little cheesy. But that just makes me think too, because you're talking about your childhood and how things, I just want to say, again, the past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. We're just in this present moment right now that you're watching this video, right? These old stories that you've attached to, your dad not being present and you having those abandonment issues, these cycles are just going to repeat. Yeah. They're going to show up in different forms, you know, in different partners, right? Until you get to the root. Until you get to the root, and until you rewrite the story so that story's no longer writing you, right?
Yeah, right?
How
many of you have seen this play out, though? It's same, Jess always says this, same person, different font, where it's you're attracting the same sort of relationship, but it's just a different head.
Right. It's a different head, different body, but it's the same lesson.
Right.
In a different form. And until you can identify that lesson, it's just going to keep repeating.
Well, it's the truth, because take me, for instance. So I had the childhood where my dad was in and out, not feeling good enough. Then I manifested partner after partner that was emotionally unavailable. So maybe they were there physically. That was different from my dad, right? But same thing, emotionally unavailable. Even when he was physically present, I did not know him, emotionally unavailable. So even though I didn't like that, I didn't want that, that's what I was familiar with, because my subconscious had that story. See, if we don't go into our subconscious and rewrite those stories and really do the rewire with that, you will continue to attract and attract. Consciously, you can be like, I don't want to manifest this anymore. I want something else, but it won't change. That's why positive thinking is BS, because it won't change unless you do the subconscious rewrite. So when I did that, before I manifested Jess, I really went in and I was like, totally up leveling with deeper self-love, self-worth. Like for the first time in forever, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I love you. And I cultivated that love every single day. And literally 2 weeks later, 2 weeks after doing that rewire, I met her. And this is a totally different relationship that I've ever had. Like she is so present. So present, and that is unfamiliar. So it was a little weird at first, but you know, I love it now. And this is my rewrite.
Right. And you, like I said, you can rewrite your story, but the hard part is the awareness. Like the awareness that this is the pattern, this is the root.
Yeah.
Unraveling. You kind of have to like go back and unravel your childhood, these systems, these programs that are in your subconscious, because otherwise, like I said, you're just going to keep repeating that pattern. And that's kind of what happened to me too. I didn't have a model for healthy relationships per se. I now notice why I was attracting these same toxic relationships with people who just like weren't where I needed them to be or where I wanted them to be. And I settled, right? And like I think I saw my mom settle in relationships, and like I carried that out until I stopped, until I was like, I'm tired of settling for people. Like I want what I want and I want it now, and like I'm not going to settle for just anyone anymore. Like no, one red flag, you're out.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow, I guess I didn't have any red flags.
She didn't, actually.
I had some beige ones, let me tell you.
She had some beige, weird ones, but nothing was red. So key takeaways here. The past doesn't exist. It only exists in your memory and what story you've attached to it, right? And we can rewrite that story anytime we want to, right? So the second thing is unraveling, being aware, finding what the root is of a pattern, and rewiring your subconscious mind to rewrite the story again. So your future does not look like your past, even though the future and the past doesn't exist, and we're only in the present.
What? If you would like some help rewriting the past, rewriting these stories that we all have in our subconscious, it can be really helpful to do that with someone like us, someone who can guide you through the subconscious rewiring. And it's not just sitting in a journal and rewriting the stories, although that is a part of it. It's also doing embodiment practices like breathwork and quantum flow, stuff to really shift not only your like spiritual, mental, emotional, but also your physical. Like your DNA can shift. You can release trapped energy from the body. It's a beautiful journey that we'll take you on. So if you're interested in that, please look at the links below and you can set up a consultation with either one of us.
Right, because the subconscious mind makes up 95%.
Oh.
We've only tapped into 5% of our brains, guys. Just want to say.
Right. The 5% is the conscious mind. That's the rational thinking. That's like the stuff that you're aware of.
Right.
We got to dig deep into the subconscious to actually create change. I'm going to say it again. That's why positive thinking, and if you're just doing these affirmations like, I am love, but you're not feeling the love, well, that's why, because you haven't rewired your subconscious. You're only working in the conscious.
Right. Or you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, I am love, but like you're not really feeling it. And like, or you're having an emotion come up, but then you're suppressing it down and you're not going deeper beneath like, okay, why am I getting emotional right now? Why can't I say this? Why can't I like look at myself in the mirror in my eyes?
So if you like this video, please like it, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, take what you need, leave the rest, and go love yourself.